When the first billionaire was announced in 1916, this colossal figure must have seemed even more unreachable than it is today. However, 83 years later, the title of the first centibillionaire, US $100 billion, was given to Bill Gates, who was joined by 8 others who were predominantly based in the US and made their money in tech. But now, a handful of high-net-worth individuals are set to see their wealth climb to a valuation that for many people seems astronomical. And what's surprising is that this figure will be obtained for a select few within the next 5 years. In today's video, we will be showing you who can become the first trillionaire on the planet Earth. Without further ado, let's begin. A study by Approve, a leading platform for finance and procurement teams, has predicted the year and age that the world's wealthiest will reach this milestone. The research analyzed the net worth and yearly growth rate of the top wealthiest individuals in order to predict their performance over the next 30 years. However, an estimation always has some uncertainty attached to it, making the trillionaire race worth keeping an eye on in the coming years. The top 100 for the $1 trillion club is largely dominated by males from the tech sector, including Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin. An exception for this rule is Bernard Arnault, chair and executive of LVMH in 4th place, who is the only representative from the world fashion within the top 10. As a leader in the luxury sector, the multinational conglomerate recorded US $326 billion in sales last year that mostly stemmed from its fashion and leather goods. Leading the race is Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk. With a current net worth of US $263 billion and an annual growth rate of 129%, Musk is anticipated to reach US $1.38 trillion in the next 2 years at age 52. It was in fact Jeff Bezos who was set to become the first trillionaire. However, he is now forecasted to reach US $1.06 trillion in 2030, 6 years behind Musk in 6th place. Gautam Adani and Zhang Yiming are anticipated to be the next to amass more than US $1 trillion after Musk, according to the study. By 2026, Yiming will be 42 years old, making him the youngest trillionaire. As the founder of Beijing-based ByteDance, Yiming directs one of the fastest-growing social media platforms, TikTok, that's particularly popular among Generation Z. The primary ways that the company generates revenue is through ads and in-app purchases using virtual coins that can be obtained through the app, allowing users to then buy virtual gifts. TikTok has recorded more than US $110 million in sales in just 1 year. However, almost 80% of ByteDance's revenue is derived from the Chinese version of TikTok, Douyin. Adani and Mukesh Ambani, in 2nd and 4th place, respectively, have headquarters in India and are driving some of the nation's most profitable businesses, ahead of well-known US tech founder Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Larry Ellison. The Adani Group has multiple income streams from investing in businesses in the renewable energy, oil, and gas sectors. The company additionally owns seaports and manufactures defense equipment, which only contribute to its impressive annual growth rate. As the chair and managing director of India's largest exporter, Reliance Industries, Ambani's core operations are petrochemical refinement, oil and gas. However, more recently, the company has invested in a robotics startup to further scale the business. In many respects, wealth begets wealth. Rich people have attracted investment options that are often not available to regular people. That said, there gets to be a point where the level of one's wealth becomes an impediment to the rate of return. To double a $100 billion stake is tantamount to finding another Vietnam to invest in, and those opportunities are not commonplace. When investors hear Warren Buffett speak of his difficulty in finding suitable opportunities for his cash, consider that he has much less than $100 billion to actually put to work. On top of those issues are obstacles related to government policy. The sort of monopolistic and robber baron activities that created the world's first self-made multimillionaires in the 1800s are now largely illegal across most of the world. Moreover, taxes, in general, are higher now, and governments offer fewer loopholes and shelters than in the past. This doesn't mean that a creative and motivated entrepreneur won't find ways around these obstacles, but it seems fair to say that the business of becoming hyper-rich has gotten harder with time. Less quantitative, but certainly important, is the role of psychology. Simply put, most people find it hard to stay as hungry and aggressive when they have ample wealth as when they were poor and had little to lose if things failed. Could Paulson or others apply 10-to-1 leverage and make a play for $1 trillion? Perhaps, but these men already have built what is quite likely to be multi-generational wealth, so why would they throw it away on a risky and improbable gamble? What could someone buy with $1 trillion that is not available at $1 billion? And is it worth risking at all? The first trillionaire may or may not come from the current ranks of the world's richest people, although the younger they are today, the better their odds are. Jeff Bezos, at 58, has a net worth of $171 billion, according to Forbes. Elon Musk, age 50, is worth $219 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Meta, formerly Facebook, is only 37 and reportedly worth around $67.3 billion. One off-the-board candidate to consider would be Craig Venter. Famous as the founder of Celera Genomics and for overseeing research that has led to what arguably amounts to the first example of synthetic life, Venter is both brilliant and keenly ambitious. Although he does not appear to be currently targeting cancer as a subject of his research, focusing instead on synthetic biology that can be applied to clean fuels, imagine what a cure for cancer could be worth. The US currently spends more than $200 billion a year on broadly defined cancer care, and a true cure would be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. Then again, clean biofuel is nothing to sneeze at either. It likely will not make Venter a trillionaire, but the idea cannot be wholly dismissed. $1 trillion equals $1,000 billion. $1 billion equals $1,000 million. Expressed in numbers, $1 trillion is 1,000,000,000,000,000. Any way you look at it, $1 trillion is a phenomenal sum of money. For example, $1 trillion is roughly the same as the gross domestic product, GDP, of Mexico, $1.07 trillion in 2020, or Australia, $1.33 trillion in 2020. $1 trillion is enough money to buy up all the shares of ExxonMobil, XOM, McDonald's, MCD, and Coca-Cola, KO, and still have billions left over. The next big number after $1 trillion is a quadrillion, which is 1,000 trillion. Beyond the handful of individuals referred to here, it is anybody's guess who will be the first person to amass $1 trillion in wealth, or how soon this might happen. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.